If you've had things like this happen to your football shirt from a deteriorated DTF sponsor, you're going to want to watch this video, because by the end of it, I'll be showing you exactly how we get rid of these nasty transfer marks. So stick with us. And if this video sounds like the sort of thing that you're going to like, make sure you click like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification icon to make sure you don't miss any of our future videos. Hello there, and welcome back to our channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how we get rid of these nasty transfer marks that happen when you have DTF sponsors like this that deteriorate. As I've explained in previous videos, DTF is different to vinyl printing because effectively it's layers of paint that go onto a clear film and then have an adhesive backing applied to the back. And what can happen over time, or if the DTF printer is not a high quality one, is the layers of paint can come away from each other and they start smearing onto the shirts. I mean, this Vienna shirt is a prime example of one. I see these all the time where the paint is smeared all over the shirt. And things like this can happen for a number of reasons. Perhaps you've stored it in a way that isn't ideal. You know, humidity and temperature and moisture can affect the DTF and the layers of paint causing that. And if you want some tips on how to store things, check out our video up there as we go through the biggest storage mistakes that people make. In addition to storing it incorrectly, what can happen is if you wash it on too high a wash, the heat and the detergent, especially if you use conditioner, can eat into the paint and cause it to come off onto the shirt. And in fact, when shirts like this are wet, the paint will transfer so much more easily than if it's dry. And again, much like with the storage mistakes, if you need some support and guidance with how to wash shirts, check out this link up here and it will explain exactly how we wash them. But sometimes it's absolutely no one's fault at all. It just happens over time where DTF sponsors deteriorate. No matter what the cause of the problem, what we're going to do today is show you how we get rid of these marks. We're not going to go into getting rid of this sponsor itself. We've done a video on how to do that, and if you want to watch that video, it's just about there. What we're going to do is focus on these blooming marks. Look, there's some down there and there's some up there. So we're going to go over to the other side and show you what we do to get rid of them. So here we are over at the bench. Now what you're going to need for this is, I'm using glass Pyrex. You don't need the light because you're going to be applying things directly to the front. You're going to need an abundance of cotton pads, some acetone, some tint, a toothbrush, some toilet roll, kitchen roll if you've got it, and a calpol syringe. So what we're going to do first is we're going to work on this stain. Oh, let me just line the shirt up. We're going to work on this stain here. Now you can see that there's some yellow and some black to the stain, and that's important, and you'll see why in a second. First thing we're going to do is we're going to get a cotton pad and we're going to put it underneath where the stain is. So here you go. All right, there you go. Just as I start filming, the printer starts doing a cleaning cycle. Brilliant. Here, the cotton pad is underneath. Tell you what, I'll wait until the printer finishes its cleaning cycle. There we go. Printer has now finished its cleaning cycle. So we've got a cotton pad underneath the stain. We're going to draw some acetone into a syringe. Be careful when you're using acetone. It's nasty stuff if you get it on your skin. Make sure you use breathing protection. Make sure you protect your hands. Make sure you've got good ventilation in the room, because you really want to be careful, as with all of the solvents. But health and safety demonstration aside, what we're going to do now is you can either directly apply the acetone to the stain, or you can apply it to a cotton pad. For the purposes here, I'm just going to apply it directly to the stain, and then I'm going to put cotton pad over the top just to let it sit for a bit. Now it's quite a hot day today, so the acetone will evaporate quite quickly. So on cooler days or less humid days, it will evaporate more slowly. But what we're going to do, look, you can see it's already starting to come off. We've applied the acetone, and we're just going to go through and rub it with the cotton pad. Now look, you've got to be careful, because what I've done there is I've accidentally caught the edge of that to create even more stains. So let's get another cotton pad and we're just going to keep rubbing away. If the cotton pad underneath starts to move, then just reposition the shirt over the top. And you can see certainly at least the orange or the yellow has come away. Now you might have to repeat this, so let's give it another go. Always put the lid straight back on the acetone so it doesn't spill, and we're just going to reapply it to the now slightly larger stain, and we're going to rub away. Now you need to be careful when you're doing this on a shirt not to affect anything around it. For the purpose of this shirt, I'm not removing the Veen Energy bit just yet. We've done a video on how to do a whole removal of a shirt like this where it's all stained, and I'll put it up there in the corner. But for the purpose of this video, we're just going to be addressing these small stains here. Now the acetone has done its job, it's coming off on the pad, but there is still, let's reposition it into the center, there is still some black kind of ink left over that the acetone may be able to get rid of if you keep repeating it, but I like finding the most efficient way of doing things rather than the thing that takes a fair amount of effort. And that's where our next stage comes in. We're gonna move from using the acetone to something else. And what is that something else? Well, there's no prize for guessing because I announced it at the beginning. It's the Ultra Spot Tint. Now this stuff is dry cleaning fluid and it is brilliant for removing permanent marker. I've done a couple of videos using this, and if you want to watch the video on how to remove signatures, and no matter how old they are, permanent marker from your shirts, check out the video up there in the corner. Hang on, what is it? Up there, I'm not sure. One of the corners, there'll be a link to a video. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna use this tint to get rid of the last bits of black. So we're just gonna pour it on the black. Now again, like I say, because it's quite a humid day and hot, it's going to evaporate quite quickly, so we need to move on it quite quickly as well. Now with the toothbrush, clean one but not the one you clean your teeth with, we're just going to tap away at where you've applied the tint, because what that does is it activates the chemicals and it gets them moving and working well. Now what you can see already is the black is starting to just dissolve. Look at that, it's all going. So we're gonna keep giving a little dab, and where there was this black here, it's now gone, which is fantastic. And if you're new to football shirt restoration, or even if you're not and you've been doing it for a while but you need some extra guidance, don't forget to check out our AI powered bot, KitGPT. There is a link down there in the description, and what it will do is mean you don't have to wait days and days or weeks and weeks for me to respond to your messages. You can ask KitGPT any question you like, and if I know the answer, KitGPT will know the answer. So give it a try. So what you can see is that stain that was there is now totally gone. Now there are other black marks around, and all you've got to do is repeat the process on the other bits, but we were only working on that small stain. I think it was kind of there, it crossed over into the green. Now what you can see, and this is a prime example, is that chemicals that we've used, the acetone and the tint have leaked into or come into contact with the sponsor. And this is a prime example of why you need to be really careful when you're using solvents, because they can interact with other areas and cause more damage. So like I said before, what I would normally do before getting rid of these stains is get rid of this whole sponsor. And I've pointed to the video of where we do that on, I think it's a Birmingham shirt. But what you'll also find is that when you've finished using the solvents, you're probably going to get a kind of ring mark around the outside that is caused by the solvent. And what I'm going to use for that is some spot solve to get rid of it. Now I realise that not everyone is able to get hold of spot solve in their geography, so I'll be releasing a video in the next couple of weeks that tries out 3 other internationally available products that might be as good as spot solve. I don't know yet. We've not tried them out, but we'll do that live in the video. But let's see what happens there. So what I would normally do is I would use some dish soap or washing up liquid, fairy, with some warm water, and just to kind of rinse away the ink. If I were to do that on this stain, it would come into contact with this E and the other bits, and it would cause more damage to that and more smear marks. So in true Blue Peter style, here is a stain that was created earlier. So I'm now going to follow the same process: acetone on the colour, tint on the black, get rid of it, and then I'll be back. So here we go, we're back at the stain. You can see now I've just followed that exact same process: acetone to get rid of the colour and some of the black, tint to get rid of the last bits of black, and you can see now there's pretty much nothing left. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to, let's say, apply some washing up liquid, dish soap, and some warm water, give it a rinse, and then I'll show you the final results. And here we have it. This is the original stain we worked on, and you can see there's already some little bits kind of around the edges there, because we couldn't go too hard on rinsing it out and working on it further because of causing the damage to this. So what we did is we worked on the one down the bottom of the shirt, and as you can see, where there was a stain, there is now absolutely nothing. So I think this looks absolutely brilliant. Now, I've been saving this shirt for a new video that I've got coming. Is making use of a new product I want to try out. I don't know whether it'll work or not. I hope it'll work. We'll see. Who knows? But what I will do is I'll tell you all about it as and when I've done it. So that's why I'm saving this shirt in its sorry state as it is. So just to recap what we did, we used acetone directly to the stains at the front. We put some kitchen roll or cotton pad or toilet roll behind the shirt to kind of capture the acetone as it goes on. Be careful when using the acetone because things around it like this will get damaged. You then use a cotton pad to kind of rub away, you don't want to smear it in, you want to kind of almost dab it and lift the stain away rather than smearing it into the material. If the ink gets smeared into the material, it can make it really difficult to get out. But then once the acetone has kind of done its job, and if you've still got some black marks left over, that's when you switch to tint. And there's a good reason why black is a little bit harder to get off with the acetone versus the colours, and it's all down to the compounds and the pigment in the ink and the type that is used. But don't need to go into all that now. I don't really know that much about it, so I will just stick with tint is good on the black if it's stubborn and the acetone won't get it off. You might find that the acetone gets it all off, but if it doesn't, you use the tint directly to the front. Use a toothbrush to agitate it. That activates the solvent in the tint to start eating the ink. And then when that's all gone and you can see that it's pretty much gone, you go and rinse it. Use some fairy liquid and some warm water. Make sure you use rubber gloves so your hands don't get battered. And you just give it a little scrub and it all comes off. If you get left with any smear marks around the outside from the solvents, use a spot solve. And like I say, we've got another video coming soon where we talk about alternatives to spot solve. So if you're struggling to get it where you are at the moment, don't worry, because there's another video coming that might solve your problems. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any comments or anything you want to ask, drop them below and I'll be happy to get back to you. And if you've enjoyed this video, you're going to love these two.